Did you finish, Ange? Good morning.
Yeah.
Good. Welcome to Saturday Morning Worthy Warriors call. So excited to be here. I love Saturday mornings. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that really likes these, but I feel like maybe it's just because I'm a morning person. So I like to just like get stuff done in the morning. If I could have like team calls during the week in the morning, I would. But most people, that just doesn't work. So Saturday mornings, at least right now during quarantine, tend to work for some. Doesn't work for everybody, but it is what it is. So I am excited. I want to start with just a couple announcements about like groups because it is end of month starting June. For anybody who is interested, I think Jessica Willis and a couple of the other girls are doing a book club for this book, Untamed. And so anybody's welcome to join that. It's just a Facebook group where we're going to share kind of takeaways and stuff. Nothing super, intense or anything, but I have heard nothing but good things about this book. So I'm so excited to dive in to it on Monday. So I actually bought the physical book and the audiobook and the Audible. I'm a weirdo. I really like to listen and read at the same time. And I haven't done that in a while, and I feel like it'll help me get through it faster because it just kind of goes faster. I'm not a very fast
Chapters are like 2 pages. It's my book in heaven because it's like they're 2-page chapters. It's amazing.
Oh, they are?
I just started reading it last week, and yeah, they're super short.
Oh no, I have a page.
I love it because I don't like
Oh yeah, they are
reading long chapters.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, so that's one thing. If anybody would like to join this, let me know and I can get you added to that group. Maybe I'll just post the group in the Worthy Warriors. That's what I'll do. I'll post the group and you could just join. So there's that. And then if you are not running your own challenge group, my June group starts on Monday and we are moving out of bod groups, unfortunately. I was like so excited for bod groups. I'd always done Facebook. I hated the tracker app because I just didn't like it. And I was so excited for bod groups and I've been giving them the benefit of the doubt, but it's now been a month and it's still a freaking nightmare. Mainly on the coach side. As a challenger, I don't think they notice it as much, to be honest. But as a coach, you can't schedule posts, which if I can't schedule posts, I forget. I just forget to post, period. Like I just do. Because my mind is everywhere else. And so just that alone was like, okay, Ange, because I'm running it with Angela. I was like, you cool to move to Facebook for a month? And so all the posts are moving to Facebook and we are doing it where no one can post to the page. They can only comment. And there's this series, we're using the mompreneur stuff. So there'll always be, a morning, whatever the post of the day is. And then there's also a morning, like a daily workout check-in post and meals check-in post where they can comment below on each of those. And then at night, a daily check-in where they kind of rate their fitness, nutrition, all of those things. But those are the only posts that are going to be on the page so that that's the other thing that I hate about Facebook. Like there's always something that you don't like about one or the other, right? Is that things get lost really quickly. And so I also intend to turn off commenting on like the past days. So then that post isn't like popping up to the top and people getting confused as what day it is and all of that.
Do you find that happens in the groups, in the bod groups? Because I do.
Yes, it is. So with bod groups, they thought we wanted that we wanted the post to like pop up to the top. And so they made it that way. And we're like, no, we don't want it that way. We like when it just stays in the order that it's supposed to, that it was posted. And so I believe they're switching that back. Like it was in the Challenge Tracker app. So that's good. So if you don't have your own group, you're welcome. For anybody that's, listening to the recording, if you're a newer coach, that's where you are likely inviting to right now. And then I wanted to talk just a little bit about just kind of mindset stuff. I had a call. If you hit Success Club by yesterday, I was able to offer this call with Micah Folsom and Julie Boris. Julie Boris she's been a coach for 12 years, and she has hit elite 10 times. Like, she's just that both of them just speak like so much belief into you. And it was so great. But I took a few notes and a few things. And actually this, what I'm going to say not right now, this was from another call the other day. I don't remember from where. I've been listening to a lot of stuff just kind of while I work. Just a little tip. While I'm like working, I'll just like open up Beachbody Champions and like just play things in the background and just like get little nuggets of things, you know, or I'll play a podcast or something. I'm not fully paying attention. So I'm probably missing things, but I'm getting little nuggets. And the one thing that I heard this week that I was like, whoa, yep, is all about like when you're inviting and your yeses and nos. And because I mean, how many no's do we get, right? A lot, all the time, or no responses. She said, the yeses build your business and the no's build you. And I was like, boom, that was so true, right? Like, because the no's, that's the like inner work that you have to do for the no's, is like the no's build you to, can you overcome that? Can you not overthink it? Can you not make it get to you and make you think that you're a bad coach, a bad person, they don't like you, blah, blah, blah. I've always said this, is that a no is nothing about you. Like when someone says no, it's about them. It's about their timing. They're not ready. They don't understand. They're skeptical, whatever. I've gotten so many no's from people, and then years later they join, or I've gotten no response and years. I mean, I just had a new challenger join this month. She signed up as a coach with BOD, Shakeology. Oh, and she wanted Energize and Recover, but it was when Recover was out, so we just did Energize. She wanted everything. And she has been a part of this business when we were in grad school together. So like she's known what the heck I've been doing for almost 7 years. And just now was like, okay, I'm ready. So it just goes to show you just have to keep going. Ashley Molstad just said this the other day. I happen to be watching her stories. I don't watch them all the time, but she was sharing some recognition about a coach of hers who is just hit 2-star this week. And she's like, in January, she called me and she was like, Ashley, I'm doing all the things. I'm showing up. I'm working so hard and it's not happening. And Ashley said, you just have to keep going. It's going to happen. You just have to keep going. And I 100% believe that as well. Like you have to just keep going even through the hard times, all the times. And it doesn't mean like you're full throttle, like doing every single thing every single day, but keep showing up for you, keep showing up for others. And it does make a difference. The other thing that Julie Boris said was somebody asked, how do you stay motivated? And she like went off on this tangent and she was like, how do you not stay motivated? We have the best solution to share with people. Like, how do you not stay motivated with the group with a community of people we have, with the workouts that we have, with the nutrition information that we have, with the supplements that we have? How do you not stay motivated? It's your own inner crap. Like get out of it. Get away, get that crap out of your head. There's no reason for you to say, I can't stay motivated. And then one more, I just love these little takeaways and it helps me to process them. Micah was just talking about like, just when she joined this business, and she just said it opened up a new world of personal growth. And I can say like before this business, personal growth was not even on my radar. I mean, my mom had tried to get me to read stupid books after my divorce. And I was like, no, now I probably wouldn't think they were stupid now. And I'd probably recommend them to anybody else. But, and it's just, it wasn't a thing. And I would say that none of my friends, and it makes me really sad when people on Facebook say, looking for book recommendations, no self-development, no self-help. And I'm like, why? Why don't you want to be a better you? Like, what is in your, where are you stuck that you think that that's bad? What do you mean they want an escape? What do you mean by that? Like they want
reading someone else's story rather than like getting themselves in fantasy land, or
that's true. They don't want to deal with their own shit.
Same with TV.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of TV. It's like you're living their dream.
That's so true.
Whatever.
I do think, and this is something that I've been like praying about and really thinking about during this time that we're stuck at home, is that
not stuck anymore.
Well, we got to go out to dinner last night. It was really great. People are starting to reflect a little bit. Some people I've talked to, at least, just like reflecting on their lives and realizing that they have been escaping and they have been distracting themselves by shopping all the time or being out of the house, or just like just doing and just being everywhere and not dealing with their shit and being stuck at home. I think some people have had to start dealing with it a little bit more. Yes, they can still escape with TV and stuff, but they've had to get a little bit more internal, I guess, right? But yeah, I always here's where I struggle with my personal growth story, is because I am a Christian and I like want that to be like such a strong part of this. But really, I don't think I would be a Christian if I wasn't already ready to grow. And I was ready to grow because of this business. I was not forced by any means, but told that like personal development is an important part of this business. It is one of our vital behaviors. If you want to grow a successful business, you need to be working on yourself. And because of that is when I was like open then to learning more about Jesus and becoming a Christian. So, which was kind of cool. All right. And then they talked a lot about like, how do you make your team get fired up with you? And so really, I just want to share some of my goals with you guys, just so that you're aware and that they're really goals for you. All of you want to be diamond and more. I know you do. And there's things that hold you back, and I want to be able to help you and support you to get there at your pace, at what you want. I'm not a coach who's going to hold your hand. It's just not who I am. But I am somebody who's going to try and lead from the front and help you with your mindset and help you get through the crap that's holding you back from where you want to be. And so I'm going to send you guys a form to fill out, which I'm going to share all these different forms with you guys too, so that you can use them with your customers and your coaches. But I'm going to send you a form to fill out that just talks a little bit about your goals. So then I know what your goals are. And so we can kind of work together to get there. I have a goal to be 5-star by July 23rd. Because I want to go to I want to earn leadership. And so that is a goal of mine. And it's so close. It's so silly. Like I have control over one of those stars. Getting my sister back, I kind of have control over. And then one more diamond there. So it's exciting. And I know that we can do it. And I know that our team is worth that. Our team is worth more than that. Our team is so strong. But I know that I've been letting things get to me and get to my head, and so we are going to be a strong amazing 5-star team soon. With that said, I'm going to also be sharing like a link where you can sign up for calls. Susan and I have been having weekly calls for like, I don't know, almost 2 months maybe, probably. And it's just such a sweet time. And she's so good because she'll remind me. Or she'll be like, hey, do you want to call this week? It's not me reaching out to her. And I think that's just my personality is like, I don't want them to say no or feel that they're obligated to. And so I'm just not going to ask. But like every time she asks me, I'm like, yes, yeah, I want to. Let's make it work. Let's figure it out. And so to make that a little bit easier, so you don't even have to reach out to me, Calendly like just allows you to like pick a time slot and be like, hey, I don't know if I even want to do that as I'm speaking it out loud, but because my schedule's not that busy right now. But if I need to, I can block things out on there, and it's free. So if you're looking for something similar, it's like people can sign up to have calls with you. You can do that with customers. You can do that with prospects, like just send them kind of your calendar and then they can sign up for a call. The next thing, so Devin the other day, I don't even know where, did I see her talking about her on her stories or something? I don't remember. I was like, she was talking about sending her customers like a form at the end of the month and a weekly check-in form just to get some like kind of gauge where they're at. And then a form for people to fill out when you're talking with them and they're interested in what you have to offer, like to get kind of their goals. And so I just created a bunch of new forms. I'm going to put them in the team page, but I'll share them here real quick too, so you can see them. And then I did one for coaches. So I'll share that, or I'll send that to you guys so that you can fill that out for me too. Because this will just show you the form itself. This won't allow you to fill it out. But let me share my screen and I'll just show some of them to you too. Just because I thought like, oh, what a great, like just little extra piece of like customer service, extra piece of support for your customers. Most of them are customer based in here. Just the one is for like a coach support check-in. But there is, so this wellness assessment, I love that wellness assessment. I liked that, so I kept it. It was cute. It's just asking them like, what are you interested in? What's brought you to this point? What are your goals? This one is kind of long. What has caused you to fall off in the past? This is all stuff that's like so important to know from somebody that you're talking to so you can best recommend something for them. But it's like, for me, back and forth talking about this, like let's just fill this out for me. Like this just seems easier for me. But some people like the back and forth. So if that's you, that's you. But at least maybe you can get some good questions to ask people. What style of fitness are you into? How much time do you have to work? How many days? I liked this one. What would make a workout program worth it to you to continue after 2 weeks? I really just liked that question. What's your motivation style? I loved this. Internal, external, competitive, or rebellious? And I was like, I've never thought of it that way before. It was a really good. And I'm different in different areas of my life, I think. I'm pretty internal once I like know the value, which I guess that's why it would be internal. I'm definitely not competitive. I thought that was good. Then a bunch of questions about nutrition, support. So that was one of them. And then these are for your like current monthly challengers. So I'm going to I actually just sent this. because I have my girls, because bod groups, and because I just like it this way, if I'm running a group with somebody else, I like to just have kind of a personal place for just my conversations with them. So I have them all in a message pod. So I just sent this to all of them to fill out. Ooh, look, we have a new response. That's fun. Oh, good, Shanna. That's one of my newest girls, and she's like kicking butt. So I'm excited for her. And again, it's just asking how the past few weeks gone in general. Where are you? What were your struggles and wins? Do you have a workout plan set? Do you schedule your workouts? Do you have a nutrition plan set? How do you feel about your current program? How's your mindset been? Daily routine, barriers coming up, goals. How would you like to be supported moving on? I really just think that that's super helpful. And then the last one is just this one's super simple, a weekly status report. So I'm going to I just sent the monthly one, and then each week for the next 3 weeks, I'll send this weekly one. Again, it just like keeps that little contact with them one-on-one, right? A little bit more than just, hey, how are you doing? Hey, how's it going? And they're like, good, or they don't respond or whatever. Like, hopefully this is a little bit easier. How was your mindset? How was your nutrition? How was your fitness? Did you meet your goal? What are your goals coming up? This one's super simple. And you guys, I created all of these this morning in the last hour. So they don't take long. This is in Google Forms. And then this is the coach support one. What's your goal for health and nutrition? Are you currently following a program? Which supplements do you use? Are you running your own group? Do you have a success partner? Do you use a tracker? Do you track your invites? What are you doing well in your business? What could you use added support on? Year-end goal, monthly goal. How can I support you best? So I put that link here in the chat, but I'll also put that in the group. And then I feel like I'm giving you guys a lot of info, but these are all things that like this week I was like, boom. I also just added this trackers folder to the Worthy Warriors files. There's 3 trackers, and I think I'm going to start using Micah's. So there's this regular Success Club tracker system. Josh Coates' tracker is in here, which is what I've been using. And Micah works with Josh. I knew that. She did a lot of trading with him, I think, when she was going elite. Like, she's 2-time 15-star, like crazy. And so yesterday she shared her tracker with us. And it's very similar to Success Club system tracker, but then it kind of incorporates some of the other things that she does. I also shared her YouTube video. She just did a brand new one on she's like Instagram collections queen. And so she just did a whole video on like her collections and flow training. So I haven't even watched it yet because it's brand new. I've watched some of her old ones, and she does one of the power hours during the week. So I have worked with her, but on those. So I've heard her talk about them, but I think this training will be really good. But I kind of like this one. So I think I might start using this. You just have to find one that works for you. So there's 3 options here, or you can create your own. And then I don't think any of you on this call necessarily have this problem, but this was another thing that came up yesterday during the call was like overwhelm. Okay, sorry. Which question? Which one? Which form? Let me answer that before I go on. Oh, I can't hear you. Oh no, it just says you're muted.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I just switched to the AirPods, so that was that. The initial one of asking all the critical questions of what gets you motivated and Like for a potential customer,
Oh,
it sounds
a
like, or is it
potential
when you're already?
Yeah, I would send that to them. Like, so if I invite them and they're like, sure, I'd love some more information. Basically, what I say is what I've been saying, and this has just been getting some of their responses back. Just having them respond in the message to me with their goals. But I say, awesome. Thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. My mentorship typically focuses on a holistic approach that includes fitness, nutrition, and mindset support. In order to offer the best solution for the women I talk to, I find it's best to start with a few questions. I hope that's okay with you. And then I'm going to say, can you fill out this form for me? What I've been saying is tell me a little bit about your health story, kind of past diet experience, all of that. But I'm going to say, can you just fill out this quick little form for me so that I can learn a little bit more about you, and then we can continue our conversation here. Some people move them to email from that point. I prefer to just stay in Messenger. That just depends on the person. I believe I shared a whole document. So this is that Ditto app that I shared last week. And I shared all of these conversations in the team page last week. So that document that says conversation starters, all of that's in there. I believe I still put the info ones in there. I think I put everything in there. But I add to these every time I'm on a power hour. Somebody gives like a new little script. I add it here because I'm like, ooh, I might like that one day, you know? I change it up depending on the day, depending on the person I'm talking to, depending on what it feels right, you know? And then many times I do have to like alter it and add to it, but at least it's like, those are a good starting place for me in that Ditto app. I bet Melissa and Susan, have you heard of the Ditto app? It's a text replacement keyboard.
Yeah, I've been using it. Like, I really love
You
it.
started using it? Yeah. It's been so helpful. Yeah, try it. Because you can do the text replacement from your phone, but for me, I could never remember like what the hell was the short name that I used for that. Because you had to remember like IGH something, whatever. And so this just makes it like boom, click, 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 like so quick and easy. All right, I was talking about social media. So it came up with like social media overwhelm. How do you not get overwhelmed with social media? And basically what it came down to is what Micah really kind of drilled into everybody is the thing that's overwhelming is not taking action. The thing that's overwhelming is that you're sitting on social media scrolling, overthinking, like, and not actually taking the action on the list of things that you know you need to do. Whether that's in this business or in life in general, when anybody says like, I'm overwhelmed, it's because they have a list of 1 million things to do and they're not doing them. Because maybe there is a real reason for them not being able to get to them. So that might feel overwhelming. But really, just take action. You guys, I had a list of like 10 things that I needed/wanted to get done yesterday. And it was like 1 o'clock and I was going out with the girls at 4. And I was like, okay, I can either like freak out that I've got all these things to do, or I can just sit down and do them. And I checked every single thing off. And it didn't even take that long. I put on Beachbody Champions videos and I just like listened to them in the background and cranked out getting my entire June group set up, getting the Ignite Your Business Bootcamp set up for June, adding my new free leads to my Flow Desk, sending an email about the $20 promo to all of my customers, welcoming Jen to the group. She's a new coach, which I'm so excited about. I created one of those forms. I did a video in Ignite Your Business Bootcamp. I set up Calendly. I posted about the team call. None of those things took more than like I don't even know. The setting up the June group probably took the longest, but the other things were like 5-10 minutes maybe. And it's just like, overwhelm is a choice. You can either let something overwhelm you, or you can actually just sit down and take action, write out your list of things that you need to get done. Just write it on a piece of paper. I don't care where you write it, and then check them off. I love checking things off. And then with social media per se, she said consuming is what's overwhelming. So just like scrolling, consuming, comparing, consuming, continuing to consume because you don't want to do the things you want to do. And that we really need to focus on creating and sharing value and offering things rather than consuming. Just focus on creating. We're all going to consume social media. That's a given, right? But that shouldn't be what we're focused on first, right? Make sure you're getting your posts out, getting stories done. Like with, Danielle Natoni recently, and I tried to do this and I did not stick to it. And I probably should, because I consume a lot of social media that I probably don't need to be consuming, but I just have been getting pretty bored lately, being just home. And so, but Danielle Natoni, so she's an intermittent faster, and she did, I don't know if you guys follow her. She was for a while. I don't know if she's still doing it. She hasn't been sharing about it. She was doing like a social media intermittent fast where she could create in the morning, but she could only consume. At first it was just like 12 to 8, let's just say. It was probably not even that long. But then she was like, no, I'm going to consume like I would in meals. And I'm just going to consume like before or after my first meal of the day. And I'm going to consume just Instagram or something. And then at lunch, maybe it's just Facebook or just my emails or just, different things. And so I thought that was kind of interesting if that's something that would help you. For me, it was like, okay, maybe I do need to cut it down. And I've been trying to put my phone away at a certain time at night per se. And I typically don't check my phone until I'm done with like my whole morning routine and all of the things. That doesn't happen normally on the weekends. I do end up checking my phone first. But during the week, I try to really stick to get out of bed, do your morning routine. Because my morning routine can go on longer because I'm consuming social media rather than just like getting the stuff done and not wasting time. Excuse me. So that was that on social media overwhelm. They suggested a book that I had not heard of. But Micah said that it like changed her business and life. It's called Essentialism. Has anyone heard of it? You have? She said it was really good. I hadn't heard of it. So I'm looking into that. Ooh, and then there was another book that was recommended yesterday on one of the videos I was watching. I almost bought it. I did buy it, but it's getting delivered to my old address. It's called Freakishly Effective Leadership for Network Marketers by Ray Higdon. I hadn't heard of that one either. And I was like, oh, that sounds like something that I need. I'm not writing it in the chat. And then I just bought You Can Drop It. I bought one for myself and a couple other people who I know could really benefit from it. So I'm excited for that, to get that. Because, it finally pushed me over the edge with buying it. Because I don't really follow 2B Mindset right now. I'm doing Time Nutrition. But I'm in a weird place with my body and I don't know if it's my life, my age, my body, what, I don't know. Because I am probably the healthiest eater that I know. And I'm gaining weight for some reason and it doesn't make any sense to me and I don't know why. And I've tried intermittent fasting and I've tried vegan and I've tried all the things.
You're doing
And
ADD,
so
aren't you?
I have a feeling it's a mindset thing or it's a hormone thing or it's a something, but somebody in like the mindset membership, like Facebook group said that, you know, she had done all the To Be Mindset stuff and everyone, you know, all the things. And she said that the book really just explains the mindset more, like just really digs in to the mindset piece and really, because there isn't a lot of mindset stuff in her videos. Like, I mean, there is, but there isn't. It's a lot more just like learning the kind of basics of the program. And so I'm looking forward to the book. I love her. So I think I'll love the book. So, and then I had watched another one of the videos that came up as I was working yesterday was there's a video in there of her talking about her book too. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I know. I need to remember that. But I was gaining before 80-day obsession too, or I felt like I was, and now I've actually stopped weighing because it just, exactly. Thank you, Susan. I've actually stopped weighing because it was really messing with me. My body wouldn't look fairly the same every day, and I would be at a weight that I didn't want to see. And so I just decided that it wasn't something that was benefiting me anymore. It was getting to me too much. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a break. I've been weighing myself every day for 2 years and I still track my food and I was tracking my weight and I was doing that every day. And you know what, I just kind of, I want my focus to be kind of different right now. So, and it has helped for sure. For sure. It has helped me not kind of freak out. Yeah, gain weight with until phase 3. Yeah. I know. I remember all that. And yes, Kate's starting 80-day on Monday, Ange. And Angela's starting phase 2 on Monday. And I am in phase 2 right now. What are you going to do, Susan? Did you decide? That's all I have. So maybe we can just chat now.
No, I don't know. I'm torn. I don't know.
What do you
I
want to do?
kind of just want to go back and do 10 rounds again just because I freaking love it.
Well, then do it again.
I don't
You
know.
got good results.
Yeah, I really love it. But then I might take a break. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Take a break. What do you mean?
No, like for
10
10
rounds.
rounds. Yeah, and then come back to it later.
Got
I
it.
don't know. I have 8 weeks before it's 8 weeks before the MBF one comes out, right? So I want to find
I
something
think so, yeah.
in there.
Wait,
So
it's it's less than that. It's like July 7th.
Isn't that just the purchasing window?
That's the coach. No, and it opens for coaches, I believe. Because it's like they did with 10 rounds. Like 10 rounds opened for coaches the same time.
So that's like 5 weeks, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
I was thinking
Because I know that I'm going to start with the customer window of MBF based on when my 80 days is going to end. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 weeks. So you could do a 6-week program because it releases on a Tuesday. So you could then start if you wanted. Right. During Coach Summit week. It's still in my calendar.
I know, it's so sad.
So sad.
Especially Melissa was coming this year.
Oh,
I wasn't even going and I still have it on my calendar. I was excited, for me, because I couldn't go. I was excited that it's virtual now. I'm like, yeah, I can kind of go.
Yeah, it's Kate's first year.
It sucks.
Well, there's stupid, weird time that we're living in.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions about anything or relate to anything that I said? feedback on anything on it, actually?
I was just going to say, I unmuted myself a little bit ago about the weight thing. I stopped weighing myself about 2 weeks into 80-day obsession
You did?
because I was gaining weight before that as well, but I literally still look the same. So,
I
and when
think
I took my measurements before we started, they're like the same. So it's, I don't,
I think that we're holding stress, even if you definitely feel stressed, and I know you do, and I think you're probably holding that, and that does play a role. I don't necessarily feel stressed, but I think I definitely, we all are, whether we feel it or not. Just this time that we're living in is weird,
yeah.
weird,
Yeah, and I'm all messed
and
up too.
uncertain, scary, and yeah, like what's school gonna look like? What's
Yeah.
like what's life gonna look like?
Yeah,
Like,
and
yeah.
I'm all messed up from working second shift again. I'm all like,
Yeah.
if I don't, I noticed like when I went to days, the first like 2 weeks I went to days, I lost 5 pounds.
Oh my
It was
god.
just, I was sleeping and, you know, and now I'm not sleeping again. So,
That's true too.
oh well, it'll all work out, hopefully.
It will. Well, I know Melissa's you do use the scale, right? And you love it. And it doesn't bother you or get to you. That's good. Why do you think, or how do you think you got over that?
A big part of that was to be mindset.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like, I reached my goal weight. I kind of got to a point where like, it just, like, even though I still weigh every day, I don't like, and like the scale has fluctuated a lot over the last,
Yeah.
like my lowest before this whole thing happened was 143. And I, like 2 weeks ago, not even, I wouldn't even be quite 2 weeks. It was probably about a week and a half ago. I was like 153. So I gained 10 pounds
Yeah.
and back down 5. But I don't know. I just kind of like, I really ingrained in myself that this, like the number on the scale really doesn't matter. Like it doesn't make or break me, right? Like I'm showing up, I'm doing it anyways.
Right.
And like, I know that if the scale's going up, it's because of the choices that for me, it's because of the choices that I'm making in my nutrition.
And I think that's the hard part for me, where I'm like, I'm not, like my choices are usually good. Maybe I'm drinking sometimes. I'm not even drinking that much. Where I'm like, but I just get pissed at people who have crappy nutrition and lose weight or look great or say that the scale's not moving or it's going down. And I'm like, but why? That's where I get mad. And I'm like, what the hell? What am I doing? Like, you know, like, so that's where I'm like, well, maybe my choices don't matter. What is it? What are the other facts? I know.
For me, I get not necessarily body image, but like I get more hung up on, like, so I did 80-day obsession, and you know, I was almost like, I was like 80-90% with my nutrition. I was the first phase I did To Be Mindset, and then I started slipping, and I was like kind of all over the place. So I went over to, I think somebody had shared a story, because there was a couple of us that did it together, and someone had shared a story from Time Nutrition. And I was like, I want those results. So I switched over to Time Nutrition, and I did that. I was getting up at like 4:30 every morning, eating a meal before I worked out, because I work out at like 5:30.
Yeah.
And I was getting up like super early, and I mean, like I had results, but like they weren't what I had wanted. So that's what frustrates me, is like putting in the work and showing up every day. And it's not necessarily the number on the scale, but it's like, I see this like vision of my head of what I want to look like after the program's done. And it's not that. And I'm like, why?
I know. Totally.
It's like you set yourself up for failure though, sadly, when you decide what your end goal is going to be, when there's so many other things that come into play.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like trying not to do that too. Like, oh yes, I want to be down however much, but it's more than that.
I've been focusing a lot lately on like for me, it's because like I had a baby. I lost 75 pounds. There's going to be things that I cannot change, and they're just like they're going to stay that way. And I've been really trying to like, I mean, they'll change, but I'm not going to have a stomach that looks like a Victoria's Secret model. So I've been really focusing on like being grateful for the fact that, you know, I was able to carry a baby full term. I was able to lose 75 pounds. And like, these are all of the things that I've just kind of like, I have to embrace them because it's just, you know,
Yeah.
life.
My hard part is comparing myself to my past self who was leaner and in better shape. That's the hard part where it's like,
Feel that.
what the hell am I doing different? Just life is different. Hi, Jen.
Hi.
Did
Sorry I'm late. I slept in.
It's all good. We're kind of ending, but that's okay. I recorded it so you can watch it. But we're talking. This is Jen, everybody. This is the group of amazing group of girls. I just shared a bunch of stuff that kind of these Saturday morning calls, they change all the time. Maybe sometimes some of you, I may ask some of you to lead them. But many times I just share like stuff I'd learned the week before, different things I've been doing. So I did record it if you want to go back and watch it. But then we just started talking about what you and I talk about all the time is nutrition and the scale and what program we're doing and all that.
I gained 1.2 pounds, but it was so worth my Happy Camper pizza and beer last night.
Did you go? Wait, did you go? Oh my God, I'm so jealous.
We couldn't get reservations, so we just went to pick up the pizza. It was a kind of a crazy nightmare. So.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Was it good,
oh my God, yeah. It was like home. Like I so needed that. I've been feeling really homesick this week.
Yeah. So Happy Camper is a pizza place in Chicago, and they just opened one in Denver. And they have like this humongous, like amazing patio. Jen just moved to Denver from Chicago, actually, by the way. A few months ago. And so it's kind of fun to like, we have home and then now we have this together. So
yeah.
My husband.
We actually talked about, we went for tacos, Kate and I last.
I saw that. I was like, oh, that looks good too.
Yeah. But we had talked about Happy Camper actually. So good thing we didn't, we were like, we didn't know if they were open or not.
You don't have to. So I went online to try and make reservations. It's kind of confusing. We ended up going for like an 1.5 hour walk after, which was good. So that pizza will come off, but
yeah,
everything is surprisingly open here.
Yeah.
Like the bars last night, a couple of the bars were packed.
Really?
So yeah, I was kind of shocked over that. But it feels more normal. I mean, some places didn't, but it's confusing because they tell you to make reservations, but then you can walk up and you can still get seated as long as you put a mask on walking in.
Yeah.
But then once you're seated, you don't have to wear a mask. So I don't know, it was kind of,
they didn't
a little
make
weird.
Reservations they said that you have to make a reservation, and I called and they're like, we're not taking them. And so we just walked up
okay,
Los Santos, and we sat right down. We also went at 4:30, so it was like grandma.
Yeah.
It was happy.
Yeah. We went at like 6:30, 6:45. So we ordered the pizza and then walked over there, and they were like, it was crazy. Avanti was ridiculously packed.
Really?
Like ridiculous. The line was out the door.
That's the part I don't understand, but
I know. There are police out though. They have security at all the doors, and police. So, but it was just nice to be out and have good food that reminded me of how I needed that. I really need this week I've had 2 days that really I struggled bad.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Goals for June. Does anyone have big goals for June? Excited for June? Can you believe it's June? I can't believe it's June. That's my big thing. But I'm excited. Like, I feel like, get your shit together, Melissa. Why, you feel like you've been, what? Not? Because of everything else going on? Yeah. So now you kind of have a closure, let's say.
Now we're going to be positive AF and move forward. Right? Right.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, excited I had said at the beginning of the call, Jen, we are doing a book club with this
Oh,
book.
okay.
If you'd like to join.
Okay.
Kind of with a big group of girls. So you're welcome to join in on that. We're starting on Monday. And then for like the June group, I think you probably saw in my message thread, but in our Challenger message thread that we're moving it to Facebook. So you and I will talk more about like you inviting to that and kind of stuff like that. But
Okay.
you're still just focusing on your journey. Jen had amazing results with 10 rounds as well. Susan did too. Jen lost like 10 pounds.
2
And
inches.
how
I mean,
much-
like I said, I 10 pounds, 2 inches all the way around. But like I said, I gave myself grace yesterday, enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
It was my last day of 10 rounds. So,
so
but the one thing is I want to do it again because I want to get the footwork better. And then I want to be able to, like the slip part, I get really confused with the slips.
yeah.
But I loved how my abs felt. Like, I know this kind of sounds weird, but like my abs felt on the side. I just feel stronger because I have so much like hip and knee pain. And so working with my physical therapist, like she was shocked at like between the work that I was doing there. And she's like, what are you doing at home? And I told her, and then when I did refresh, I think that just really helped my body through that. I need to do refresh when I do it the next time on my 2 days off and use the yoga in replace, because trying to do refresh when you're doing 10 rounds, it was like, what happened to the batteries?
Exactly. For
So,
sure.
But I loved it.
Don't
For me, it was a great program. I'm just not a big cardio nut, so it gave me the lifting plus the cardio that I was looking for.
Yeah. That's awesome. I think you should do it again. I think that's good. Because remember at the beginning, you're like, I'm not coordinated for this.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
you love it. I was like worried you weren't going to like it. And now you love it. So that's good.
No, I definitely feel like, I mean, I could have given up, and I was proud of myself that I didn't give up. Like I pushed myself through, even on the 2 days that I like really suffered from a bad bout of depression, that I was like, nope, you got to do this. It will, knock that depression out. And it did. So
That's so good. I love that. I'm trying to look that up for you, Kate. I don't know.
Melissa found it. She said October.
Oh,
Yeah. She texted me. Or
cool. What else? Anything else? I don't think so. I'm trying to share more in the team page, and so just let me know what support you guys have. I'll send you that form to fill out for me, so then we can, how I can support you best to meet your goals. And then we could do one-on-one calls and whatever to help you out. Let's do a boomerang. Sound good? You just move, Jen. Just go.
you just move.
Just smile and move. Do whatever you'd like. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Oh, you're all waving. I like it. All right. I will tag you guys. I'm going to go do my workout outside. I hope it's nice out.
so nice out.
And then I'm going on a
Yeah,
date.
it's cool here.